The dungeons. Dungeons are a cooperative part of the game, where at least 3 and a max of 5 teammates will venture into the caves and dungeons to attempt to conquer the dungeon. You will come across various enemies and win various prizes for defeating the dungeon, some rare, some more common. You will get diamonds, gold, items, and as we said, rare items within the dungeon. Upon your team's entry into the dungeons, you will hear the same audio file roughly at the same time. Thus, in real time, you will experience the dungeons together.
Sure. The strategy chamber, a place where destinies are forged. Would you like to set a challenge? Gather information about the group? Start the challenge? Check the bulletin board for new messages? Remove a member? Or leave the group?
The strategy chamber. The strategy chamber is where you and your teammates will gather to go into the dungeons. If you are not on a team, you must create a team if you wish to be the leader of a team. This requires 50,000 gold to start a team. Once you've started a team, you can add teammates to your team by searching up their player number and or player name, and then saying send group invite. If they accept, they'll be added to the team. In the strategy chamber, there are various commands that you can give. Here are the following commands for the strategy chamber. Set challenge. This lets you set the current challenge for your team. Currently there's only one dungeon you can set, and it's automatically set to that dungeon, which is the Troll Caves. Gather information. This lets you know information about your group, such as the leader, who's in the group, and how many people. Messages. This lets you write a message on the bulletin board for your other teammates to read and respond to, as well as read their messages if there are any available. Leave group. This allows you to leave a group that you no longer wish to be in. If you're a leader of a group, you can remove a member by saying remove member. Start challenge. Everybody in your team must say start challenge to begin the challenge. If you're still waiting on a member, you'll hear an audio file, and it will let you know how many members are still yet to arrive. As we said, once all have arrived, the challenge will begin.
The knights gather in the gloomy halls of the Troll Cave, but some are still on their way. In the flickering torchlight, those present wait patiently, keeping their weapons at the ready. The battle can only begin once all brave warriors are united.
Please note, you must have at least 50 energy to attempt a challenge. For each time you go in, you must have 50 energy to attempt it. Also, in addition, you all must be on the same level within the dungeons. There are 3 levels: normal mode, hero mode, and legendary. Normal mode is a run through that dungeon on what it is, normal mode. Once you conquer normal mode in the dungeon, you then move on to hero mode, where you repeat the dungeon, but it's more difficult. And then again on legendary, even more difficult. So when adding somebody to your team and them going in the challenge with you, they must be on the same level of difficulty, all members, for it to work and for the challenge to start. The Troll Caves. At the current time, the Troll Caves are the only dungeon available. More will be added at a later date, at some point, and dungeons will have varying difficulties. In the Troll Cave, you'll meet 3 different trolls. They are Tooth Ripper, Grumblefoot, and Firefang. After defeating each troll, if your team does, and may you do so, You will open a treasure chest with various items inside. After defeating a troll, to go on to the next challenge, or the next troll, say Open Night Manager, Strategy Chamber, and Start Challenge once again.
By a valiant leader, enters the gloomy cave. In every corner lurk small trolls of hideous appearance. Often only their vile, glowing eyes are seen flashing out of the darkness before they hastily flee into the shadows from the approaching knights. The knights cautiously advance, delving deeper into the darkness of the cave. Before them, a larger cavernous area emerges, which they then enter. The walls are streaked with shiny rock that glistens in the faint light of their torches. Alert to any movement in the darkness, the knights keep their weapons at the ready. Suddenly, they hear a heavy stomping, the source of which is uncertain. It seems to come from all directions, as if the cave itself is alive and resisting its intruders. Suddenly, as if from nowhere, a monstrous figure appears before them. Its huge body emerges from the darkness, covered in cracked, black skin that reveals numerous scars and scratches in the torchlight, testaments to past battles and skirmishes. Its muscular arms end in sharp claws. But the most terrifying feature is its large mouth, filled with countless razor-sharp teeth. This is the dreadful creature known as Toothripper, the Dark Troll, ready to confront the group of knights.
Toothripper, the first troll in the troll dungeons. He has 4 attacks. He would try to embed his fangs in you, thus trying to bite you.
Toothripper makes a swift lunge, aiming to embed his fangs into the armor of Flower Princess. Flower Princess has no chance to escape and is caught by the sharp teeth.
He will try to embed his claws in your body, thus trying to take you out.
Without warning, Toothripper swipes at God of Thunder with his deadly claws. Struck, God of Thunder cannot escape the claws.
He will stare into your soul, inciting fear and terror. Thus your knight cannot attack because he is terrified.
With a piercing gaze, Toothripper locks eyes with God of Thunder, peering deep into his soul and invoking his greatest fears. God of Thunder freezes in fear. Now Winston prepares. He cautiously approaches God of Thunder, who is frozen in a state of deep fear. With a determined look and a swift hand movement, he gives God of Thunder a firm slap. The sting of the slap clears God of Thunder's fear, sharpening his gaze.
His last attack that he may perform on the knights is to inhale a deep breath and exhale that breath in a loud roar, thus making the knights quiver with fear, reducing their speed.
Amidst the chaos of battle, Toothripper heaves his massive frame and draws a deep breath into his powerful lungs. Then, with a mighty roar, he unleashes the gathered energy in the form of a deafening sound that makes the air tremble and the knights' hearts quake with fear. The knights have experienced a 20% reduction in speed.
Where the pulse of the earth resonates like the heartbeat of a slumbering giant, the knights approach the next guardian. After their initial triumph, the group has ventured deeper into the labyrinthine caves, where the glow of their torches battles against the oppressive darkness. In a massive cavern, seemingly bent under the weight of time, rises Grumblefoot, the stone guardian. His form is a homage to the dark magic that once created him. The knights sense the presence of Grumblefoot even before they see him. A rumbling permeates the room, as if the ground itself disapproves of their progress. And then Grumblefoot swings his rune-etched hammer, filling the air with the sound of impending doom. The knights stand still, each breath a mist in the cold air of the cave. They know that battle is inevitable. The knights gather all their courage, for according to legend, Grumblefoot is not only a guardian of evil, but also a prisoner of his own existence. With swords drawn and shields reflecting the flickering torchlight, they prepare to face the second guardian, hoping that they can break through this darkness too.
Grumblefoot. Grumblefoot has 4 main attacks. He will try and attack your knight with his hammer.
With a sudden movement, Grumblefoot raises his hammer to strike God of Thunder. But he skillfully avoids the strike.
The second attack he has is to create golems that will enter the battle on his behalf, along with him, to try and take your team out.
Grumblefoot raises his mighty arms, chanting in an ancient language that makes the cave air vibrate. Around him, stones and boulders gather, drawn by an invisible force. They float and spin, merging in a whirlwind of dust and rock, until the form of a massive stone golem emerges. The golem, Slate Sentinel, born from the depths of the earth and animated by Grumblefoot's dark magic, rises. Its eyes glow with an alien energy, and it obediently follows the command of its master, ready to enter the battle.
Stomp. If Grumblefoot stomps, it will cause boulders to detach from the cave ceiling and rain down upon your knights.
He stomps with immense force on the ground, and his massive step triggers an earthquake. The cave trembles under the force of his stone feet, the tremor spreading, and large boulders detach from the ceiling, crashing down upon the knights.
And his last thing that he possibly can do is to take stones and add them to his armor, as Grumblefoot is made of stone, thus increasing the defense of his armor, making him stronger in defense.
Grumblefoot raises his arms and the powers of the earth respond. Small and large stones detach from the cave walls and float towards him, drawn by an invisible force. The stones swirl around Grumblefoot, beginning to merge with his stone armor. They merge seamlessly, adding layer upon layer, thickening and strengthening his already massive armor. Each new stone adds extra protection, making the armor even more resilient. His defense has increased by 20%.
They now enter Volcaneheim, the deepest and most dangerous section of the Troll Cave. Here, their torches glow faintly in the oppressive darkness as they navigate through the labyrinthine passages, illuminated by the glow of magma on the walls. Suddenly, a powerful laugh echoes through the cave, shaking the knights to their core. Before them, seated on a throne illuminated by magma, sits Firetooth, the Fire Troll. His form, a living inferno of molten stone and liquid magma, casts a terrifying, flickering light on the walls of the cave. The knights feel the heat emanating from Firetooth and the oppressive power that surrounds him. They now face a being created in a cruel ritual, the guardian of a mysterious artifact with the power to destroy entire lands. Firetooth rises, his eyes glowing with fury and passion. He instantly recognizes the threat posed by the knights and prepares for battle. In this moment, the knights realize that they are confronting an opponent that could exist only in their worst nightmares, a being that must be both feared and respected. The knights ready themselves for the fight, aware that they are battling not only a powerful foe, but also against the binding chains of an ancient, dark power waiting to be unleashed. In the heat of the flaming cave, the decisive battle for the fate of the entire kingdom begins.
Firefang. He is the last troll within the Troll Caves. His attacks include a lava strike.
Firefang discharges a lava strike on Tyson, slamming him with the might of a volcano. Tyson deftly dodges the lava strike, causing the flames to narrowly miss him.
He'll throw ashes at you which will blind your knight, thus reducing your luck and speed as well as you taking damage. This affects the whole team.
A whirl of hot ash and sparks arises as Fire Fong calls forth the Ashen Storm.
He also can conjure a fire wall, making it more difficult to reach him. For this particular troll, it is good to have ranged attacks, such as bow, curse of agony, drain life, fireball, spears, and the like.
He unleashes a wall of towering flames, keeping attacking enemies at bay.
His other attack is a fire rope that he conjures and will try and hit you with.
Fire Fong summons his Flame Whip, a living rope of fire, and swings it purposefully towards Tyson. Tyson skillfully ducks under the swiftly approaching Flame Whip, avoiding the fiery blow.
In the dungeons, you can use various things to help your knight and team, such as potions, spears, equipping boar meat, and the like. These various elements, along with leveling up, will help you get better within the dungeon over time, and may help you pass one of the trolls that your team may be stuck on. Trap is a very good, useful skill to have on, especially for that of Grumblefoot and for Fire Fong. Working together as a team, talking amongst one another, devising strategies and the like will help you better defeat a troll and to work together by choosing various skills and letting each other know possibly what potions you're taking, what you suggest to one another that they should use for their skills, and generally, as we said, working as a team. Very important with the dungeons. If you don't know anybody else playing the game, the Facebook group Night Manager is very useful. It's a very big community and often will help you with various aspects of the game. Here you can look for other people that you wish to join up as a team to take on the Troll Caves. It's a very good resource. If you get kicked out of the fight while listening to the fight, you can open up Night Manager, say Strategy Chamber, and start Challenge, and hear the audio fight again. If you have a tag team partner or a dragon, neither of these two will come in and help your team during the fight. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Until next time, may legends be born.